Andrew was made redundant in May and has been applying for dozens of jobs ever since.
There's just a lot more competition. You know, the deadlines for applications closing seems to be shorter and shorter.
While Andrew has gone through a recruitment service tailored to autistic candidates, he's continuing to apply online.
This will actually be the first time that I'll be disclosing at the start of my applications. This is not something I've ever done before because this is the first time I've been out of work since finding out myself.
For a neurotypical person, an application process can be tiresome. But when you're autistic, there can be added challenges.
When you're doing something as laborious as filling in application forms and after having customised your CV for every single role, when you're having to kind of focus on something that's not really interesting for you, your mind wanders and it can take a long time.
When Andrew's son got a diagnosis last year, so did he.
But what this did was give me clarity. For me, it's been a lifetime, I guess, of trying to fit in. I'm often subjected to the, no, you're not autistic. It manifests itself more in anxiety and sometimes overwhelming sensory sensations. I have a very, very good information retention. I have a limited photographic memory with things that I have an interest in.
Justin also found out he was on the autism spectrum in his 30s.
Autistic brings up certain movies, certain stereotypes that don't necessarily reflect me. So I'd like to say I have Asperger's.
Justin says he can often take things too literally. But meeting international students in university helped him to make friends and relate to others.
They've got this language and cultural barrier. And I've got this Asperger's barrier, and they kind of cancel each other out, sort of.
From sorting beans to working in a bank, and now creating machines to solve problems.
It can actually pretend to be the user by scanning barcodes along, changing them round.
Justin got the gig just before lockdown, and he's been working from home ever since. But he's struggled in the past to hold down a job, which he puts down to misunderstandings.
In my particular case, I did okay at the interview stage. It's just after that I usually had the problems.
Justin wants to tell those looking for new employees there are many advantages to hiring someone on the spectrum.
We can think extremely deeply about things. You'd have to say a lot of the people that are considered the smartest people, I'd say a lot of them are on the spectrum.
With the autistic community, you have a talent pool that is literally wired to think differently and do things differently. And so if you really do admire diversity of thought and you really want to do things differently, then we're here and we're just as capable as anyone else.
Stephanie Bolte with that report.